Testing. See if we got anybody racing tonight on a Saturday night. Doesn't seem like anybody wants to jump in here. Let's turn up the music a little bit. Definitely not anybody jumping in this race. Looks like I might have to find somebody out here. I already raced this guy a little while ago. He's out on Key West. There's an NT car. It's always interesting racing someone that's running NT. Looks like a standard Camaro here. Once I get past the trees here and I can see. Got up to that line. You got good shifts on that one. Big number there. Double O with the 462. Now he thought about it, but then he dipped out. He had no shot. No shot. Looks like all the usual suspects out here tonight. This car seems to be working well. I was getting some red lights on it for some reason. So maybe the stream will slow it down a little so it doesn't red light. Okay, we got bikes and exotics turned off. Try to keep the noise levels down. Let's see if anyone jumps in on this. It's going to be a long night between races here. Got the boss. Let's see if the old Nissan's working tonight. Let's see what this number looks like. There we go. Not that great of a tree, but the trees seem to be a little erratic right now, but at least we got up to 252 there. The good 60. And 47. Music might be a little too loud. There's someone late to the party out on Key West with the Eclipse. I can't read what it says. Something about get ready to load it back on the trailer. I like that. We'll see if that happens. Now we're going to catch him easy. There we go. Got another one. Very similar to the last pass, with a little better RT there. I think he ran, what did he run? A high 5.5? So maybe that is a message to himself when he comes back to the car to get it loaded back up. So he gets out on the 60, but then we take over. Only got a 550 there. A little slower speed, even though we got the 780 60 foot. He's only going 205, so he really needs to crank up the top end on that. And the 60 foot. So I think we jumped into his race, right? Got all the regulars out here. Even on Saturday night. I don't know what it looks like on the other tracks, like no prep and 8th and all that stuff. See how many people are out there. mean, it's not like we're racing a Lambo here, guys. It's only a Nissan. All right, looks like no one's going to show here. No show. That'd be a good thing. If no one comes, you can just do a solo pass right from there. That would be kind of cool. Because that's one thing you can't do on the live. You can't do a solo pass, which is kind of weird because it's a pretty common thing on a real track. But you know, if you're doing like test and tune on the practice track, that's not going to be the same as if you're doing it live. So that would kind of be a good option. Okay, we already raced him. He's in that Eclipse. I don't really go jumping all over people. I don't know, maybe people want to race Lambos. We got a couple of those. I have to turn down the volume. Let's see how many actual racers we have here. So we've got about that much. I see bracket, street tree. Full tree bracket. I just don't like full tree. Nobody on 8th. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just jump in on anything just to get a run here. If it's really slow. Got a Rast still out here. Here we got a newcomer. I'm in a Lambo, though I don't really want to jump in on somebody running an American car for 5K. That wouldn't even be fair. You might as well take bikes because I mean, really the fair thing to do if you're racing an exotic is just turn everything else off. Because not everyone's going to know that that it's going to be a Lambo, because they may not know the tire sizes. So we have new players jumping in on cars they have no chance against, or if somebody just wants to make a pass. See there, I mean, you have to know it's a Lambo. So we end up getting our solo pass. See, those last few gears are much longer than they used to be on this car because they really turned it down on the top end. But you gotta look at tire sizes though, especially if you're going into an anything race. And you might as well just run it because the guy can red light. A lot of people red light. A lot of people running yellow bars and red bars connections, so that's gonna give them a disadvantage. Maybe it'll pick up when it gets a little bit later, when people are done doing their thing on the weekend, I guess. I made a mistake. I could have gone to the track today because there was something going on at my local track. I should have been paying attention, but I totally threw off my sleep schedule because I stayed up way too late, and then I couldn't get to sleep. So I'll have to try and get that back to tonight. What's going on, Harris? Let's see what the old egg beater special ran here. See, that first gear is really the thing that's the other thing that's different. It doesn't seem like the car really, the way it launches is different, and then it just doesn't have the steam when it gets down the track there. Yeah, you want to race? Go ahead, drop a code in the chat there if you want to race. If you want me to switch cars, I'll switch cars because the Lambo's pretty OP in this game. If you want me to race a certain car, I can grab it. Depending on what kind of car you got. Pro, tree quarter, prep. What's up, Excess? I don't know if you changed your name or if that's somebody else, but just kind of getting started here. looking for races. Got a message coming in here. What's going on, Grey Ghost? I see you're here on a weekend night. Kind of quiet so far. I think I was waiting about a minute for somebody to join, but I think it on the weekend it picks up the later it gets. After people, are done with their weekend festivities and things. As you can see, I'm messing with the Lambo a little bit. Might be a good night to get some fresh air. I'll have to check on the temperature. Yeah, so over there in the YouTube chat, if you want to do a race, just drop a code. It's pretty much the easiest way. I usually put up races in the lobby just when I'm not doing anything else. So you can always catch me in there. I'm pretty easy to spot. Let's see how long of a wait time we get here. If it's like McDonald's or if it's like White Castle. You guys probably, I think you guys pretty much know what I mean on that. All right, got a couple of egg beaters here. I don't know if that's what it sounds like though, unless I can think of something else that sounds like this. We missed that second gear. Late on it. We got a pretty good number there though. Got the 46. We got first gear and the rest of the gears. We were a little late on second. Could have been a little better. But that's a good pass for the Lambo now. I noticed someone else popped up on the leaderboard with a 5.3. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I actually saw him out there tonight. The guy with the 5.38, which I don't believe he can run those anymore. I think he can get down there in the 5.43 because I run one of those. But the 5.3 is going to be, I don't think it's possible. The only one I've seen was from a pretty much guaranteed hacker that I was racing. No, I'm not giving out my number in my Snapchat. Why would I do that? Yeah, I really don't like that Key West track though. I mean, I feel like, maybe I should use it, but I mean, there's just not really anything special about it. It's a little different, I guess. It's got some boats and some garbage cans. Yeah, I said what's up on the stream, Grey Ghost. I don't know if you heard me or not. If you're watching the stream, remember what happened last time in the chat. So just doing my thing. KC Performance. I don't want to jump in on that. These guys putting up these races and they're not blocking the exotics. Does that mean they just want to give it a go? They just want to take a chance? Yeah, you're a big fan. Nice. Why is my chat doubled up? Oh, I have two chats. See if I can fix that. Yeah, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot of Lambos out here. People just jumped ship here. Yeah, I'm not going to be giving out my Snapchat or my number or my Instagram or whatever. All right, we got the Corvette here. This is now TikTok. There we go. We've got the 47. I'm pretty sure he's going to leave. I don't think he's going to. A lot of people just press the button. I guess he wants to go again. Guess he wants to hear that noise in his ears one more time. There we go. What is that RT? A 101 RT? See, that kind of thing keeps you off from moving up the leaderboard. I don't know where that. He did get the red bars in the 120. Looks like he got a horrible RT too, but that's another case of, does the other guy affect you, or is that just the game? Because that was, I'm not going to be putting up a 0.1 RT. All right, I think we'll I think we'll take out some different cars here. Take this out. The R8, I'm not really happy with the R8. Take out the boss. Take out the R34. I was racing some of these cars off stream, so I think we're going to leave this out. I kind of want to get a couple of runs in it. And then we'll take out the Maverick. So we got a mixed group here. I don't know, it looks like it could be me putting up races tonight. Hopefully I don't get any impersonators tonight. If so, I guess I'll just turn off the chat. Hopefully it doesn't. But then again, turn off the chat and then everyone pretty much thinks that the other person is me. If I might have gotten about $250,000 so far tonight, just throwing up 20K races. Haven't really faced anyone super fast. Okay, so we're going to turn off exotics and bikes. We're going to run some regular cars for a little bit. Got a nice little Civic here. So this Maverick is all about hitting first, probably even more so than some of the other cars, because it's really got a quick rebound, I guess you call it. Got a pretty good run there. Yep. That RT, I don't know what's up with that, but we got the 506. That's a nice pass for that. Got that crazy 770 60 foot. And then we got on the other side, the 595. Look at this launch. This car doesn't get very far off the ground. It's a little bit. I think a lot of the cars are like that now. Music seems like it gets louder when I set my phone down. Alright. I don't know what that was, but it was 32 and a half. We got a Lambo out here in Key West with the that's a low one. It looks like, with the tires sticking out. Why did I race a Lambo? Looks like his car's stuttering a little bit on the other side, so that's going to be interesting. Might not be yellow bars. I can't even hear my car. We just left him. With the 51, there's that tree again. So he's probably looking for a better pass than that. I guess we can check our delay on this thing. It's not painting. That's good to know. And that time I red light. First one is 70, and then the next one is a negative 005. So we got a nice pass though. He got his money back. Jump in on this thing, see what kind of tree we get. Got the 32 and a halves on the Camaro. Guess I gotta turn my volume back up again. Got pretty good shifts there. Got the 53, the 07 RT again. I seem to be stuck on an 07 or a red light. I forgot to look at the delay. But what do you do if you're running 07s and 00 reds? How do you adjust for that? Let's see if this is a 00 red. No, it's an 01 red. It's all over the place, kind of. I think it's just the game. I only have a 30 delay on this thing. You just gotta know. You gotta get good, I guess. You gotta know how to tune. Definitely helps to be in the fast cars, because there's a lot of cars that are faster than others. Okay, let's see what Harris is racing. Okay, Harris, your code doesn't work, so got a bunch of cars up here. I'm scanning real quick for Lambos. Okay, no connection. Bad connection. Yeah, Peyton, you can pretty much get a good idea of what cars are faster than others just by going out there and racing. And if you see people in certain cars, then that's going to give you a pretty good idea of what the fast cars are, because people, for the most part, want to be in a car that's capable of being the fastest. I mean, if you tell me what car you're talking about, I can pretty much tell you what it's capable of running. Because I would say it's about they're buffing a lot of cars, so they run at least around the low 5-6 range and faster, but they're still. I mean, if you're talking about just street cars, they've buffed quite a bit of them now. We can actually look in the dealership real quick. So exotics, you want the Lambo or the R8. Those are going to be your two best. Then there's a couple other ones that are decent in the 5.5s, the imports. So the Nissan Z is good. This car is good. These first two are really good, actually. This car is decent. This car is decent. The Civic is not that fast. This car is pretty good. Evo's pretty good. This car is decent. This car is, I'm not really sure. It's okay, I guess. This car is decent. And when I say decent, I mean anything in the 5.6s or below. Good is going to be 5.4s. Pretty good is going to be 5.5s. And then of these cars, I actually have a video on a lot of them. Ferrari, which Ferrari are you talking about? Because there's two of them. There's a Prestige and there's the new one, which is a pretty decent car. So I'll just go through the cars that are buffed, that are going to be in the 5.6s or better. So you got this, this, not that, I don't think. This one's okay, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, I think this one's somewhere in the 5.6s. This is not. I can't remember the Viper being that good. And when I say not good, that's going to be like a 5.7 car in the quarter. This car, the T-Bird is pretty good. 5.5s. This car is pretty fast. This is not been buffed. This has been kind of buffed. Decent. Yeah, the new Ferrari, I actually have mine. I built a no bar, and I've actually been kind of having some struggles, but it will run a 5.5 occasionally for me. But I don't know. It might be able to do that pretty easily with bars. This car is decent as long as you don't build it like this. This car is good. This is this the split? This car is decent. This car is one of the fastest in the game. This car's average. We'll just call it average. Pretty good. Pretty good. Average. One of the fastest. Average. Average. I don't know. I don't want to like go through cars, but like I said, I've got a video out there. Yeah, I can show you my Ferrari. I put quite a bit of effort into tuning it. Let's see if I can get a quick race here. Got somebody out on Key West in the box. The box Nova is that the box or is that the other Nova? Get the high revving Ferrari. I don't know if they call this a Daytona or exactly what Ferrari this is. Like a 308 or something. Yeah, see, I'm not going to be able to beat a box Nova with this, but that's a pretty good pass for my setup here I got. I kind of want to look at this, see if this car gets off the ground. Yeah, see, this car does kind of stay off the ground for a little bit. That guy should be racing for 20K though, not 5K. If he's in the box Nova, you can definitely make some money with that. If you're running low 5.5s, unless you run into a Camaro, an Audi wagon, a Nissan, or a Lambo, you're in pretty good shape. Okay, so what car do I have out? Alright, let's take this Daytona out. I usually call it the Superbird, but I don't know if it's actually called a Daytona, or I think it might be. Alright, let's see what else we got out here. Let's see how fast we can get a race here. I have to get some more water. And I think I'll check that window, see how the temp is. We got the Civic again. I think that's the same car. It's still in trouble against this car. Unless I make a big mistake. I was early on that first gear. Got a 51. Good time there. Decent RT, 31. I think that Civic will, I don't know if it'll run 5.6, but definitely, I think we'll run a 5.7. And it'll go faster than 231. So we need to turn that thing up. Whoa, I was dropping frames. Why was I dropping frames? What's that all about? I wonder what happened there. Let's see how the lobby's doing. Check the global. I have the fastest small tire Monte Carlo. Okay. It's kind of a hard thing to prove. We're not going to see that many of those. I mean, if you say I have the fastest small tire car, that's saying something. What car do I have? Oh, this. I should have jumped in that race. I think I'm going to do a real quick BRB. I need to get some water, maybe see if I can find some kind of snack for a little bit later. Check the temperature, see if I can open the window. I'll leave you guys with the music. Holy money. Just give me one sec here, guys. Need to make a little bit of noise. Get myself situated. Oh, come on, wires. Freaking wires everywhere. What's going on, Nash? Just took a quick BRB there. To get my snacking ready for tonight. Yeah, I get a lot of people coming here asking about how I got so much money. Pretty much playing a long time. And winning. Pretty much what it boils down to. There's people that have more money than me. Helps to win and get good, but there's a guy that I've been talking to on here. I think he's only been playing maybe a couple of months. He's already got 30 mil, so we just gotta grind it, put out the effort, have a good money making car or two. Tastes like regular popcorn to me. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Maybe I should have just got Orville Redenbacher's. Went with the classic. I really like to pop open those carbonated drinks in advance to get that carbonation out of there, because that's just a bad thing for your stomach. So maybe I'll let it sit there for a while and let it just dissipate. I guess we'll put up the BRB for right now. Even though we're here, I just need to make a little concoction here with my water. Keep hydrated. It was 79 degrees in here, so we'll see if that goes down, because I don't think it's 79 outside. I think it's probably around 77 or 76. Let's go ahead and make some water. Crap, I can't open this. These, what do you call them? The electrolytes Gotta get the electrolytes. None of these are opening. It's so annoying. Everything is made so cheaply now. Make it cheaper and charge more. That's pretty much the way it is. Let's see if this old school Barlow knife, if I can cut into one of these packages. Wow, this thing is sharp. Holy crap. This thing has been sharpened. I never use it. It's pretty much like a vintage knife here. Little tiny, little knife. I had no idea it had that kind of sharp blade on it. But based on who owned it, it's not surprising that it's very sharp. All right. Just bear with me a little bit more. You guys out there on YouTube, you can definitely send codes if you want to do races. You can, in the description, it pretty much says how I run. Okay, we made our concoction. Some electrolytes. Got some nice popcorn. Somebody comes in here all the time and says all I do is eat. But I mean, if you're anybody streams and knows, if you're in front of a computer all the time, sometimes the hours just go by and you can forget to eat, can forget to drink if you get kind of locked in. What the heck is this? How does a guy have a blank? I noticed this before. The car type. It's just blank. It's a Lambo. Is that what the Lambo looks like when you put up? What do they call them? It's not supercar. What do they call them? The exotics. Yeah, I don't recall seeing exotics in the descriptions. So, did they add exotics, but they didn't add the name to what it is? And he had no amount in there either. It was just blank. I don't know about this game sometimes. It makes you wonder. Probably gonna need to get something to wipe my hands now because I'm eating this popcorn. I don't want to touch my computer stuff. Might have to do that before I get rolling here. So this could be a pretty even matchup. Looks like I got the jump on him. Got the 52. So they're a little bit faster. Looks like a lot of my cars are needing repairs lately. They all seem to be coming in at the same time. Seems like the RTs are kind of back to normal though, because they were all over the place after the update. I think we'll race this, and then I think I'm gonna grab a washcloth or something, because I don't want to get that popcorn butter. Okay, this guy's got a no bar. This will be interesting. Oh no, he's got bars on there. I didn't see him. We got the 52. He dipped out. He was there almost the whole race, and then he left. I hate when people do that. Because I like looking at those replays and putting people on the gap cam. Okay, we are back. Just gonna do a quick wipe down here. Should be good. Okay, let's put this over here. Get a quick drink. Okay, we are okay, we're ready to race here. Got a message coming in. Yeah, this guy who was this litigator, fastest big tire Camaro in here. You're looking to gain 1 mil tonight? Well, there's a guy in Global says he's got the fastest big tire Camaro. It sounds like a challenge for you. I think I already beat him. I don't recall him being the fastest big tire Camaro. I haven't used my Camaro tonight, so I would have beat him with something else. There's some 28.5 by 21s. I was thinking that was going to be like a Nissan or something. That's really the only way you can make the Monte Carlo look kind of normal, is with the smaller tires. Surprised I didn't red light there. It felt like it could have been a red. We got the nice pass there though. Our steady 549 Daytona Superbird with the 017. Felt like I was right on that tree, so I was kind of afraid I was going to red light there. We got the WSR Legend out there on the 35 by 21. It's probably Camaro, if I had to guess. You don't see much of any other NA cars besides Camaro, Box Nova. Even though there's some other good ones out there. That's probably a Nissan. Yeah, I think I was racing him yesterday. Okay. Somehow he got on the Key West Highway without me. He's up there staging. Let's watch him go. There he goes. Let's see what happens at the end of the race. We're just kind of stuck on the Key West here, on the highway. Hopefully no one comes and barrels into us. So now does he actually win, and is he just able to leave the race, or how does that work? This is another thing that's been happening a lot lately. that guy. Yeah, that's what happens. People start talking big, and then all of a sudden they're gone. All right, so got some good passes in this. Let's move on to this right across the way. Our Evo Skull won a lot of races with this, 600 wins. But those were pretty much in the import era. That's how you get a lot of money, though. Probably have a bunch of cars that I've won about 10 mil in. $1,600 races, that's a lot of races. I've seen people in the thousands of races, and I'm talking about, I don't know if it was 10,000 races or if it was 20,000, but that's kind of crazy. That's somebody who pretty much gets a car and sticks with it, I guess. I'm like a variety racer. What's going on, Levi? Thanks for stopping by. Kind of a quiet weekend here. Oh yeah, see, that temperature's coming down. We cracked the 78 barrier from 79 because that the PC is gonna. I had it on because I was watching stuff, so heated up the room. Depending on what it's like outside. Unfortunately, I do have a skunk that seems to hang around in the backyard. It seems like I'm kind of picking up a little scent from outside, but there's also a bunch of mint plants out there that the people before planted, and you can't get rid of the things. Oh yeah, you're checking out them fishing vids. Yeah, I did a lot of fishing last year. I haven't done a heck of a lot this year. We kind of ran into that really hot weather. I've been doing some other things. Hopefully I've been out a few times this year. I know I've made a couple of new ones. I usually like to get out to the Fox River and fish those smallies and walleyes and all kinds of stuff they got in there, but they seem to be knocking down all of the spillways in the Fox. They already demolished one, and that's pretty much the primary location for fishing the Fox River. If you know how to fish the river, that's kind of a gathering point for fish and for fishermen. That might be why they're knocking them all down, because people may be taking all the fish. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, I mean, mid 70s is the pretty much what you want, but that's mid 80s, upper 80s. That's pretty rough. Oh, your 69 Nova has 3,500 on it. Gray Ghost. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't really have in the like lakes, ponds, and such around here. It's it's pretty much gonna be bass, bass, walleye, crappie, bluegill. There are some places that have pikes. There's very few places that have muskie, but I don't really have any muskie gear. That's my nephew's thing, but I mean, generally in the Midwest, it's the fish are not going to be as big as some other places down south, especially, but even up north, you get into some big pikes and muskies and smallies. Pretty much whatever's in the wherever I'm fishing, I'm gonna pretty much go for it. When I used to fish the Fox a lot, it was big time for smallies, walleyes, white bass. There's muskie in there, pike, channels, flatheads, pretty much everything in there. Back in the day. Bubblegum pink Senkos. I remember we used to use Senkos a long time ago, but we switched over to the Yamamoto plastic worms and some other kinds of plastic worms. But now we're kind of getting into some other plastic and rubber stuff. Seems to be working. Like even seems to be working better than a plastic worm. There's some of these, I don't know what you call it, but it kind of looks like a turd. This new these new rubber baits they have. Some of them have a small tail on them, but it's pretty much just kind of looks like a lump, and you just can bounce that off the bottom, and the bass seem to like it around here. My nephew, he's big into using those. I don't know if the fish got smart throughout the years and they don't really go for the plastic worms. But I mean, you'll still catch them with them. Just less and less fish as the years go by, though. But yeah, I mean, if you're going for something beside bass, then you're going to have to use something else. Pretty much, you know, some kind of jig for walleyes or crappie or bluegill, and then you got the big stuff for the muskies and the pikes. No, I'm not exactly sure what the bait is called, but they look kind of like a mouse with no tail. It's just kind of like a, you know, it's basically, like I said, it's basically shaped like a turd. And it's, I think they're maybe 3 inch, somewhere around there, and they're, you know, they got some weight to them. I mean, there's some different things. Obviously, you can use. Some people might be, you know, better with some things, you know, than others. I'm not sure if it kind of comes off as like a frog to the fish on the bottom, as opposed to the worm look. But if you just gotta kind of look on a shelf. My nephew discovered them. And they are, you know, they are pretty weedless too, because the hook gets buried in them pretty much. Yeah, I don't see, we got Bass Boys here now. I'm giving away his secrets. I don't think people watching the drag racing channel are gonna be fishermen. Yeah, definitely check out Bass Boys Fishing though. Yeah, we don't really use live bait anymore. A lot of people do. Night crawlers and minnows. Oh, he's gonna catch me. He got me on the tree there. I pretty much had no shot. Alright, you hear that, Bass Boys? You got a new sub. Yeah, the Camaro on that Camaro on this game is one of the fastest cars. That's why you see a lot of them. Here's another one. It has to be this Camaro, too. The Z28. What's going on, Jamie? I think he caught me. There's that 070 tree again. I got a better time than him. Yeah, I hear you, Jamie. One of these days. Or you could stream it and I could watch you. I think I got better shifts that time. No, he still caught me. He only got me by 006 though. Yeah, I was racing this guy. I don't know if it was yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's just the that particular car. See if he catches me this time. Oh, I got the big pass that time. That's what you're looking for. The 548. Even though I didn't get a very good reaction time, luckily he didn't get the big number in the Camaro. Yeah, there's a lot of regulars out here. All right, so we got a good pass out of our Evo. Just gonna move over to the boss. The cars I have out are some of the faster cars in the game right now. The Boss, the Daytona, not that. The Maverick. This car is going to be a low 5.5 in the quarter. This car is pretty much the fastest car out. The Lambo. Even though they just nerfed it, it's still the fastest car. This car is very fast. The Audi wagon. See, I've got a nice all-wheel drive off-road vehicle setup here. Then you have, this car's decent, low 5, sometimes a 5.4, at least for me. Porsche is kind of very similar to the Evo. It's going to come in low 5.5 and occasional 5.4. And here's the Z28 Camaro. That's going to give you the 5.4s. And then there's a lot of other cars that are kind of in the mid 5.5 to low 5.6s. The 57 is still in the low 5.5 territory. Eclipse. There's another Porsche in the Box Nova. That's going to be one of the top cars. So that's kind of an overview. Yeah, the Vega, I think the Vega was buffed a long time ago, but I think it may have even been rebuffed. Because I think it's a little bit better now than after the first buff. I mean, yeah, way a long time ago, like version 187, all of those cars that came out at that time, they were all in the 5.5s, but then they broke all those when the imports came out. So, but now they're rebuffing them all. So that's kind of where the game is at right now. Yeah, you better get back to work on that car, Grey Ghost. Don't be slacking. Okay, we got Bellboy out here with the 5K. And the Ranger. Yeah, I can grab that code in a second if you want. This Ranger's pretty much overmatched by the R34 though, because that's going to be like a low 5.6 car, I think. I almost made a big mistake. I hope he didn't catch me. He almost caught me. I'm lucky he didn't tree, because I totally forgot to shift first gear. See, I reeled him in. I sandbagged him. Now he's going to be mad when I run a 5.5. I gotta give him the rematch, though. It's only fair. This thing, you really need to get that early first shift, though. Okay, that was really early. I don't know what's going on with the tree. We'll take the win there. Oh, you got the full tree? All right. I don't normally race full tree, but I'll try and make it work. See if I can get a better pass here. Oh, I've seen that Popeye car. Is that an LE decal? I guess it has to be, right? I was real early on that first shift, because that full tree really throws me off. Got a nice low 5.5 though. Yeah, the 57 will definitely run low 5.5s. Why does your car look different to me? was early on that. I'm not used to the full tree. I'm basically kind of guessing it. Yeah, you can definitely do better than this, the 569 in that. All right, GG's all around. See what's going on in the lobby here. Yeah, the lobby appears to be pretty quiet. Yeah, weren't you on here with JSL fishing? I thought I remember you mentioning that, but I don't remember what the circumstances were. The only thing that I ever get sometimes is because I play the music in the background. Sometimes the microphone will pick it up a little too much, and then you'll get it'll say copyright, but it's not a strike or anything, and you can mute that song out if you want. I don't know if that actually does anything, if it even matters. But I've got to have something going on in the background, and that no copyright music is for the birds pretty much. For some reason, I'm hitting that first gear way too early on this. There's that dreaded .07 RT I keep getting. Got a pretty good time. All right, thanks for stopping by. Get to work on that 57. Next time we'll race 57s. You can actually learn a lot from a slip too if you race. Like if you happen to race other 57s and look at the numbers, you can kind of learn a lot from where you should be on it. Get some updates from Greg Ghost on his Monte Carlo build. No, it's not a meme that I'm eating popcorn right now, because usually that's a meme for being bored. Eat popcorn. That Michael Jackson meme where he's eating popcorn watching the movie, I think. When people are having an argument on the internet or something. Out come the popcorn memes. 31 by 21. I missed that. That was probably a Audi wagon. What car do I have? This thing. We can move on to something else. I kind of skipped over the boss. We'll see if some people come home from doing stuff. Get a few more racers out here. Man, people are jumping in these races. I guess there are people out here. Because they're jumping in these races. Yep, that was quick. Got the TikToker here. I could barely hear that guy's car. I don't think my volume's up real loud. Let's see if we can hit this first shift. That's what it's all about. See if we chase this down. And we got him. He got the 48, but we got him on the tree, even though we didn't have a great tree. He's going to need a better tree. We'll give him a rematch. See if I can get a better tree here without red lighting. I really messed up my shifts there. I'm not going to catch him on that one. Alright, we'll go for the best out of 3 here. I do have a lot of distractions here, though. I don't know if that was him sending a message with that delay. Okay, I gotta pay attention here. I'm gonna catch him. Yeah, actually we got him on the whole shot there. Otherwise we wouldn't have caught him. because then we got a 55. Got him on the drive-by. He pulled the chute. Did he pull that chute early? He was trying to be slick. He pulled that chute on me. What were you thinking? Pulling that chute on me? I don't know if that slows you down or not. Because it seemed like the game still adjusted at the finish line there. Guy pulls a chute on me with an 087 RT. Think you're gonna pull the chute? Get out the popcorn, boys. There we go. Got some sewed. I've been listening to that for a long time. I've had that playlist for a long time. It's on an old phone. I don't know if that's like a 90s band or if that's like a 2000s band. Just gonna send a message out here. I haven't really been building anything lately. I've just kind of been getting out here and racing. I did those 3 builds on the exotics. I don't include the Lambo because that car is just kind of dumb. But okay, we got boss versus boss here. He's got the blower. I think I have the Pro Charger. That third gear was early. Hitting these 555s for some reason. The 60 isn't there. Got the tree though. Alright. So we've pretty much done these cars. Let's see. What we want to race here. Let's check out some of these American cars. Just to mix it up a little. Take this Porsche out. Take out our Z28. Take out the Corvette. I don't really take out the merge nova anymore, but it's kind of like a high 5.5, maybe probably close to a mid 5.5. This guy I'm pretty much having fits over getting it to work. Gave up on it. We'll check out Chevelle, I guess. Actually, I have a Mani, but it just kind of spins, and it probably runs around 5/8, and I kind of gave up on it. But I mean, everybody puts the tall tires in the back, but the Monte Carlo sits really low, so those tires really stick out. So I didn't want to do that. I think mine is in no bar too, because it'd probably be easier if it wasn't. Then I could just move the weight back. I can take a look at mine. Oh, I do have bars on mine. So why does it spin? Maybe I should just make it a no bar car. Maybe the bars is why it spins. Let's see what it does. Yeah, see, it ended up with that weird kind of triple spin launch, and I just kind of left it like that. I think it's just bouncing off the bars. Gets up there. See. Oh, I've got 33s on mine. So that's probably a little too much for trying to do a no bar. What do you mean as far as making it harder to build? I would say, yeah, no bar is harder to build than you stick bars on there and you move the weight back, and you're good to go. Then all you gotta do is bounce off the bars, and the car will launch for you. The no bar, you can't do that. You have to set it up without bouncing off the bars. So that's an obvious disadvantage to build a no bar car. Because that's pretty much what you do. You set the weight back until it gets the 60 that you're looking for, and then at that point, the thing is going to be going up in the air. So you stick bars on it, and then you're off to the races, pretty much. I don't know why this car is spinning on me, unless I need to set it back. Oh, and you're making a 5-speed? You might be able to get away with that. So, what do we want to do with this? Yeah, see, look how far I have the weight back on this thing. Okay, so I kind of instantly fixed that spin launch by raising the bars. So that's what it was doing. It was riding on the bars. But this car should be doing better than this time, even with the 33s. I don't know if it's that thing where the car's actually too far back. if I can get this thing to stay on the ground, maybe I can even take those bars off. I don't know if this car will do better than 244 miles an hour. Definitely needs that launch fix though. See what it's doing. That thing's really getting up there. Let's take these bars off. Yeah, I mean the Monte Carlo is one of the fast cars. It'll run 5.5, so I mean a 5-speed, you're just losing one gear. Let's see what this does without the bars. See, that's the thing. If you find the launch to get that 60 to 825, of course it's doing that because it's wheeling, but then you just stick bars on there and then you're going to get a pretty good pass. Well, let's move this thing forward. So at least we can get it to stay on the ground. I don't know if these 33s will work though. Probably drop it down to 30s. Man, this thing really... It's really getting the grip. There, how do you like that, Mr. Gray Ghost? The 568 no bar. That tree is not going to be very good with that kind of takeoff. Unless I was just being lazy. Let's see if we set it back one. Because it was kind of squirrely. My game seems like it's lagging a little bit. See, it's weird. A lot of these cars that they buff seem like they have that kind of triple spin on the launch, and then they end up running a pretty good pass. If you can hit that, if you can kind of hit that in the right spot. I wonder if this car will do better than 240. If it'll do faster than that, though. The 33 is going to make it pretty tricky, though. Because once I get it set back too far, it's going to want to go up in the air. Definitely wants to spin though. Let's see if it'll go faster. I should have remembered where those gears were. I just kind of changed them. I just want to see if I can get more top end out of it. Yeah, see, it'll go faster. I think it'll go 246. But that may be too fast for the setup. Yeah, the stiffness would be the next thing that I was going to look at. But I'm trying to decide on the top end that I want to try and hit. I'm going to try to get it back one more notch on the weight. Yeah, that looks like the limit. So I'll move the weight. See, I've got this thing way high up in the air too. That's the other thing that's going to hurt it, because I didn't want it to be on the ground. Because this car, if you lower the suspension, you can see the engine is already on the ground, and I have it raised in the front. See, I can't do anything with the stiffness though. In the back. We could try lowering it. So now that's raise that stiffness a little bit. What did I do? So I lowered the front. No, I broke it. Yep, I broke it. Go back to this. Yeah, the car really wants to be lower. And I have the front and the rear raised up. Just because it looks stupid when you lower it. I had the thing running low 5.6s. With spin. But I don't know what I changed. I don't know if I have this tune saved somewhere. I didn't lower it, did I? I should have left it when it was hitting those low 5.6s. Because I took the bars off. See, when you kind of get it there, then you can lower the wheel size. I think it was better on the 33s. And then I'll probably have to put well, I'll see if it spins or if it goes airborne, I guess. See, that's kind of where it was, but I ran like a 64 in it. Try putting the 13 back on. Hopefully it won't go airborne. Yes, yeah, I can pretty much get it here, get it around here. It's got that crazy spin though. So at that point, you get the car kind of, you kind of need to lower the car so that you can get rid of some of that spin. Yeah, but is your car a no-bar car? And the problem is that I'm bottomed out on my rear stiffness. So I can't bring that down to try and get some of that spin out. Wonder what happened if I went with 34s. Because I'm good at making those no-bar cars with the tall tires on the back. I messed up the shifts. So you're kind of stuck because you can't lower the rear stiffness any, and if you move the weight back, the thing is going to wheelie like you'd have to. Okay, so I'm at 56. But yeah, the problem is the car wants to be on the ground. So that's going to go up. So then that kind of leaves you with trying to put more stiffness in the back. Or is that backwards? See, I don't understand why is this thing. Look at that. You know how many times I've tried to do that? Land on that finish line like that. I've been I was trying to do that in another car. That was the perfect race. Landing it right on the finish line. Okay, so what do? If you have this, you have this, I could try this. That's pretty much my best time in this thing with the triple spin in the first gear. It's like a streetcar on a no prep track. Oh, I do have this. Well, I'm still snacking, so. Thanks for the reminder. Actually, I do need a BRB right now, though. Yeah, so that's like my spin launch. But I'm kind of stuck there. But I think I am gonna BRB for a second, like a real BRB. Yeah, see, then when you start trying to lower it, then if it's too low in the back, then it starts to spin again. So then you want to move the weight back, and then the car goes up in the air. So it's kind of a yeah. So I don't remember if that's where I left the car before, where it was getting close to those low 5.6s. If you shift it right with that spin, and that's kind of where I gave up on it. So it was becoming one of those projects. Yeah, El Mohan. I think he's on this. I think he watches a stream. He's telling me put 35s on there, but yeah, you could put 35s. You could put the bars on there and slam the thing to the ground, and you're good to go. Just like everything else. So we got, oh, you only have a stage 3. See, his car's on the ground. But his tires are not poking. My car got a lot of spin that time. And with the 29s, you're going to lose that top end speed. Maybe I need to put that cage back in there. Because I took the cage out, right? I'm not on Praxis track, am I? See, it didn't spin as much that time. got your Nomad out here, huh? Shaggin' wagon. If I could hit them shifts, I might be able to get a little better time with the spin. I miss the shifts. I'm just going to stick the cage back in it. I think we're good with that. Yeah, and your car's only a stage 3, you know. Did you notice that? All right. Let's get back to some racing here. All right, what do you want to race, Oz? I spent enough time screwing around with that Monty. I was way early on that first gear. Sometimes I hesitate before I hit the re-race, thinking that maybe I'll hit the button accidentally, and then I'll get a free shot. I'm thinking some people just takes extra time for them to exit. Got the Kesha. Yeah, the game is quiet tonight, so I think we're gonna need to do some races, Oz. That's it for the popcorn. Got Mr. 330 out here. I haven't raced him in a while, I don't think. Let's see if I can hit my first gear. Only the 51. My tires are almost broken. He's got the 33 and a half. Maybe I need to do that. Now it's back to 79.2 again in here. Oh, that was his red light. I was like, man, am I back to the red lights again? I went from 70 trees, and I was hitting some red lights, but yeah, so that Camaro doesn't really seem to be there. Can run the Porsche, unfortunately. The Porsche is an exotic. I don't think there's any Lambos out here, though. If there is Lambos, then pretty much have to take our Lambo out. I think we ran a 45 in it today. A couple of them, I think. We got the Mustang with the low, kind of low bar in the back. I was late on that second gear. Still got the 53. He comes in with the 2629. .26 by 9. I don't know what that is. There's my man. Bringing his Camaro out against my Porsche. Gonna need to tighten up those shifts. His trees are a bit erratic, I think. There we go. Got him on the whole shot with the 508. He got the 49. That's a good pass for this. We'll give him the free pass on this one, because technically I beat him 2 already. Because I'm sure he's gonna want to keep racing until he hits a good 5.4 with a tree. I was late on second on that one. Yeah, see, I could have got him with that 83 tree he got. He got the 47, but Chile, what does that mean? What I think it means? He's from Chile. I got good shifts that time. I don't think he caught me. What? Oh, a 000 race. That's not even fair. A tie. He wanted to get out of there. I think he got his money back. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just kind of chilling here. The lobby is pretty much dead right now. Why don't you try this other Nissan? Let's take our beasts back out. Let's see, I want this. I guess I'll leave this out. Maybe I can get a 5.4 in it. I guess I can try this. See what I can do in that. Okay, we need one more. take out the old classic. My nitrous Z. The nitrous Z was always not as good as the turbo Z. I actually have two different setups on my two turbo Zs, but they seems like one of them is better than the other. Oh, he's got me up there. Does that mean that he added me as a friend? Because he has the green? Yeah, I didn't think he was English speaking. But I race him a lot. Let's see if anything's going on the Facebook. Okay, let's see how this Z is working. Yeah, see that this car should not be running running those kind of times. They had a good launch. I was lucky I got a win there. Yeah, see that pass. I know that happens sometimes, but even when that happens, it'll still get a 5-5. I'm thinking that other car might be the better of the two, though. See, that pass should have been, I think that pass should have been better than that. Let's grab that nitrous car, because I pretty much know what the other two do. I haven't even run the box Nova. Box Nova got buried. Keeping that. Keeping that. I want to get that nitrous Z. Man, how'd that nitrous Z get so far down there? Oh, I had exotics on. And I didn't even get a Lambo. Oh, geez, what do we got here? Get ready, folks. We could have a something. Yeah, the problem with this other Z is it gets too much spin out of the hole. See, look at those trees. We both got an 09 tree. I'll give this car another chance, but I think the nitrous hits too hard. Maybe I could experiment with this. Make sure I have the tune. switch is not going to work. Oh, 09 tree. Try this other. Try this other wagon. Wonder what happens if I try to shift this like I shift the one with the 24s and hit the early shift. If I can. This one seems like it does the same that the other one kind of does. It doesn't get through first and second quick like it used to. I don't think that guy's gonna race again. Another 09 tree. Decent pass there, but I think we're going to wrap it up with this. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, 5.7 and a 5 speed. That's good. If you can squeak a 5.6 out of it, that'd be really good. Alright, we got Oz out here in the Porsche. Now he's going to think I'm in a freak car, but it's not really a freak car anymore. I might have to look at it in the shop. We're going to chase him down now. See? Looks like he's still trying to get those let's see how we do on Key West. He's not going to catch me. The 128 tree. Just seems like I really have to be on the tree more than I was before. I think this is definitely the car. So we're going to try this, and then maybe take out the Lambo, and then I'm thinking maybe we're going to wrap it there. I don't know if having the tires stick out like this actually does anything, but that's just kind of how I put it. Yeah, that's a nice bill. On 29s. It looked like you had that car real low, which is what you need in pretty much everything. But that car, if you have it that low and you try to put the big meaty tires on the back, then they poke out. I wouldn't really mind going up against a Lambo, but I just don't want to hear that noise. Okay, so let's see if we get the shifts in this one, in a tree. I think I was a little late in second. That's a good pass for that. I know it'll do better. That was definitely solid. So of all the cars, that car is still working. Just how it was. So we pretty much erased everything but the box of the top cars tonight. But I'm thinking I want to wrap this up. It's been pretty quiet. Let's turn this volume down. It's nice having these separate volume controls, so you don't have to keep going in the game. So let's see if we can get up on the leaderboard with this, because the leaderboard should have reset. This car really doesn't benefit by getting that 126. I was early on that fourth. Got the 47 in this. Pretty good shifts. See if anyone else is in the lobby. Yeah, your Monte Carlo might be a pretty good matchup for mine, because if yours is a consistent 5.7s, mine is an inconsistent mid 5.6s, occasional 5.7s if it gets too much spin. So that's probably a good matchup. Might as well take bikes, since we already have the volume down. Yeah, we can race them Monties if you want. See if I can get someone on the hook with this, with my Lambo. Put up a big pass. I kind of like racing in the other view, but for some reason I felt like it was better like this in this view. I was laid on second on that one. Not a very good pass there. Didn't get the 60. Alright, here we go. The no barb Monies going head to head. Man, your car's low. Can't hear mine. Let's see how mine launches. Yeah, I only got a 960 foot there. We're both running 246. I'm trying to hit those shifts 9, 9, 95, 95, 98. But I might try like 9, 9, 95, 97, 98, something like that. That was a little better one. I just barely got under 9 on the 60. Yeah, I think you're really losing it with the 5-speed because you know the 60 is similar to mine, but then after that you're losing a lot of time, probably because the shifts are so spaced out. All right, good races. Yeah, I mean, I wanted my car to sit normal, just because I didn't want it to be another slammed car. It just doesn't. If I could ever figure out how to get rid of that spin and get one of those nice bounce launches, imagine the thing would get close to 5.5s consistently. All right, so I think we're gonna take this beast back out. TTYN, that seems to be a popular team. There's the guy that I race all the time, El Mohan. Let's see if we get a better time up on that leaderboard. Sometimes this car is crazy fast. Sometimes it's just around 47. And I think we're gonna end stream. Maybe we get Oz out here in his Z. I mean his Lambo. Or if he's got something that'll run 47, like a Camaro or something like that, probably be a good matchup for this thing if it's not hitting the big numbers. I'm going to try this view for luck. Like in the old 5-3 days. Those are good shifts. I didn't get a good tree though. I didn't get the 60 either. Yellow bars again. There's so many people out here with yellow and red bars now. Alright, Gray Ghost. Always a pleasure. We got to try and race a little bit more next time. Make sure you're sending me races. Not just trying to get rich. It actually seemed like my Lambo was better on my new phone that I got recently, because I was hitting 45, 46. Got the Porsche. So there's still some people around. Might have to try that turbo car. That's unfortunate. I got good shifts there, but it still wasn't really a big pass anyway. I'll just give it one more shot in this one. Maybe I should try that day mode. I forgot about that. It could be, that night mode could be lagging it too much. Yeah, see, there's people out here, but they're not regulars or anything. They're not going to know about. Well, I'm sitting here pressing trying to press the nitrous button. That tree was horrible. But we got a 46. But the tree. Oh, see, this car has a 54 delay. But I don't think don't think those cars are launching as hard as they used to. Got the Murder Nova. Now watch on red light. The slammed Murder Nova. I messed up my stage. $26. Oh, I thought that was a 44. I misread it. All right, we'll try one more in the day mode. Going to the test track. All right, this is last pass here. Nope. The 49. Let's see if I can hit my shifts. Last race. Last pass. Double 05 red. All right. Gonna end the stream on that. Had some pretty good races. Made a little cash. Quiet night tonight. See if I can get my sleeping schedule back in order. And I'll catch you guys next time.